Howdy.
The bangs have already grown out, so this is if I put them in my they'll be in my
Dude,
face. So now they're like back to the side. Who knows if we're gonna re-trim them? But we are. I mean, we're live, so we're just gonna wait for people to come on. I didn't really like make an announcement. I know Steve did on Twitter, but hopefully people will come on over and want to chat. But how's everybody's day going so far?
Swell.
swimmingly.
Well, swimmingly.
What do you guys do today?
Y'all go. I'm pulling up.
Oh well, Bed Bath Beyond has a closing store sale, so I went in there and they've got everything marked down 40 to 60%. So I was just like,
Hey.
Did you
How are
buy
you getting
anything?
excited?
no, I'm gonna do the old trick where you wait a day or two before you go, and I saw some things, but I'm like, I had my little old lady purse. I was like,
You're
Why you
holding your
think they're
purse?
gonna like drop it down more?
no, like frugality,
Yeah,
basically.
like
You
that
know,
whole if you wait to see if you're sure you really need it.
right?
Mm,
Exactly. It's like,
I
do I
see.
want this or do I need it? More
Just get
more
it.
often than just max out the card. Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Nice.
Yeah, what's money?
Well, I think a lot of the stuff at Bath and or Bed Bath and Beyond is like obsolete anyway. I mean, some of it's cool, but it's very overpriced, and they have a lot of like weird gadget stuff. So it's like
Yeah,
I wouldn't be wanting to pay for it anyway. I think
I
that's
saw a
why
foot.
they went out of business.
Yeah, I saw a
Like,
foot massager for like $17, and I was like, hmm.
what kind of foot massager though? Like, what are we talking?
One of those like kind of rectangle boxes that you just, kind of put
You
your
put
feet on.
water? Do you put water in it and it like plugs into the wall?
No, it was like kind of just like a machine thing that it rolls. It's like, and
Oh,
it heats up your feet too.
that
Does it
actually
like
So
sounds
does
nice.
it go up your calves like the ones that have those like
they have those.
yeah.
You see,
They were like
that's
$150 or something.
Oh, those ones,
I
okay.
think you can find those on Amazon for like $50.
That's what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
like,
You go in there and
Everything's on
shop
Amazon. That's
and
why
then you pull
every
it up on
business.
Amazon. Yeah.
There.
basically, that's why the used music store closed as well.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Are you okay? So we got a couple people on. You guys who are watching us, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, leave us a little like hello, how you doing? And welcome. Hopefully there's a few people watching tonight. Normally we do our little chats at the beginning of the month, but last week we didn't feel like it, so now we're doing it, which is nice.
Well, I think we had some scheduling more than just didn't feel like it, but
There, yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was a little bit of both.
It was a little bit of both.
We're
So
not entirely lazy.
no, 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 no. We're just very busy people. We're four different people with four different lives who live in like three different states. I was doing an interview about the album, and they were like, something about like how did the pandemic like change things, and I was like, listen, we were already ahead of the curve. We already knew how to write on Zoom and collaborate ideas and send things back and forth. I was like, so we kind of like thrived in that environment, I think. And I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? I guess. Oh my
Yeah.
I'm trying to
god,
be
you
better
guys are
about
the
letting
worst.
Josh and Javi answer instead of jumping in all the time. So
Should I like how oh, I just moved the window like a lot. Okay. I'm on Streamlabs right now, y'all. Okay. How do you guys want us to answer? Like, do you want me to call on you guys or like
Raise our hands.
raise your hand, or we go in like a specific order, like alphabetical order?
I mean, if somebody's got an answer, just raise your hand before you speak. out, I
Okay,
guess.
so you're gonna raise your hand. We need something funnier though than raising a hand. You guys need like, yeah.
I could
Actually, that's pretty funny.
I
Oh.
could raise this.
Oh,
Oh,
hey!
new logo.
What? Nearly dead. Is that a sticker?
Nice.
That's the new sticker. Yeah.
I super dig
Wait.
that.
Looks good.
Peel
Yeah.
it on camera. Show everyone the high quality. Is it? That looks nice.
Go close to the mic for
Yeah,
like
they're
some
vinyl.
ASMR.
Do ASMR. Peel the
Yeah.
sticker.
I don't know.
No, that's
Oh,
not how
Lord.
that works.
It's vinyl. I don't. And
I love the way vinyl stickers smell.
finding the edges.
Like a new vinyl sticker, that smell is like so good.
Yeah, and he just he sent me a few different options, and he sent this option of doing the outline, and I was like, we've never done a sticker like that, so why
That's
not?
sexy, man. That's professional.
Was
Yeah.
that Mike?
Yeah. And since he knew Javi, he waived the additional fee to do this, so he just charged.
Hey,
Love that.
Damn,
Good to have
Javi.
friends in high places.
Yeah.
hey,
Feeling this
that
up. Can't get
that
it.
was a fast turnaround. He got those to you quick.
Yeah. The CDs, the albums are on the way. They're
Yes. Okay,
Oh,
so
ran.
drum roll. As you guys know, people who are watching or just kind of tuning in and out online.
Natty on YouTube and
Carlos on Twitch.
you sure it's just Carlos, or is it Carlos
Carlos A.
AE?
AE.
Carlos A.
I don't know. You'll have to clarify what it means. Anyway, so album's coming out on July 7th. And it's also the day Taylor Swift is re-releasing Speak Now, Taylor's version. So I think we're going to be able to compete.
Oh,
Well, we
yeah.
didn't know that when we.
No, well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Like, she even knows who we are. Like, our album sales are not going to compete with hers. Maybe
You know what-
it'll help us.
You know what you can do
Just all
is like
day.
make it a thing.
Yeah, like all day be like, Taylor Swift loves the Nearly Deads, loves this album. Our album came out today, and so did Taylor Swift. And just like hashtag Taylor Swift and tag her like crazy.
That's
jeez.
yeah.
Yeah.
She would like it. I mean, she's like besties with Haley Williams, so let's get a party happening, you know?
But here's the thing too. It's like with music, you know, an album is like what 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. So even if multiple come out in one day, most of the time you got a couple commutes. You know, listen to one album on the way there,
Mhm,
the other album.
Mhm.
Not like
Is our
you
album
have to
more
exclusively only.
So is our album more of a, and raise your hand when you have an answer, is our album more of a get yourself pumped in the morning, ready to go to work, or like chill on the way home from work? Or, you know, end of your day versus beginning of your day? Javi raised his hand. Or
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay. Now
I
we gotta
think-
have a second if there's a raised hand.
I think
tie.
I think Javi raised his hand first, but just to be funny.
So wait, does that mean I'm going?
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever, dude.
I find that it's a during work listen. That wasn't an option, but that's where I found myself
Okay.
listening to it.
Okay.
Get you through.
Like
the
get you
day.
through the day. I
Mhm.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't unwind to it and you don't get pumped to it. You need it to get you even through the day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
That's cool.
So we have Gary on Twitch asking if we have any plans to come to the UK.
We have plans.
Time chat.
We have dreams.
We have dreams. We don't have plans, but we have dreams.
We have
But
dreams.
we are doing some marketing in the UK, which it might be a good time to bring this up.
Well, we don't have
uh,
to talk about it live if it's band business.
I mean, it concerns the fans.
Okay. Are they okay?
So you just brought up the album coming out July 7th, but we also posted that pre-orders for the album are coming out this Friday, the 16th. Also this Friday, we will be debuting the music video for Wonderland on pre-order day to promote the pre-orders, but to also get people hyped for the album. Wonderland's the release single. Well, the video is premiering on Wonderland magazine.
Oh,
in
that's
the
cool.
UK.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
It's a big fashion and music and media magazine in the UK called Wonderland Magazine. I looked it up. It's pretty classy. Maybe a little bit too classy for the Nearly Deads, but you know,
Hey.
everybody on the magazine looks so like stylish and like suave, and you know, and there's a lot of cool bands on there, but it's cool. Our song Wonderland is premiering on Wonderland Magazine.
I hope they like the song.
Yeah, this Friday. And it's to promote pre-orders and the new album coming out. So
Yeah,
look forward to that.
Awesome.
that's awesome. We gotta like, I don't really know exactly what we're doing about physical copies, like selling them. Besides selling them at our show, are they going to be available online anywhere? Are patrons getting like a copy? Like, what are we doing for that?
I think I've just ordered a batch for the show, and then I guess we'll see what's left over. But I mean, we'll have to figure the like online sales after. I'm down to. I'm sure we will have physical copies available. It's just a matter of figuring out the logistics of like, is there a place that will print to order? Do I need to order more and, you know, have them ready to ship ourselves? We'll just have to figure that out.
All right, cool. But pre-orders start Friday, and that's going to be for iTunes. So it's going to be for like a digital copy of the record.
Right. And iTunes also does the gratuity track. So it's like a little bonus. So if
You
you
get a
pre-order
free
the
copy
album,
of Wonderland, and the video is releasing, so it's premiering on Wonderland, like their website.
yeah.
Cool. And then is it gonna be released on our YouTube channel like later?
Yeah, I gotta ask Rob about that.
Okay.
I mean, usually when we do a premiere with someone, then yeah, usually it's on just their site for at least the first
A couple of days or something like that. Okay, because I didn't even know any of this was happening, so like I have not been hyping the zombies up.
Well,
via
neither
social
did I
media
until like
today.
yesterday.
Well, good. That's an exciting. I love that, and like we have a lot of UK fans, so.
Because I was like, "Are you sure this Friday is so close? Like, should we hold off on?" And he's like, "No, it'll be perfect to promote pre-orders and pre-save."
Like, yeah, because it's a new single being released. It's like a video. People can see us rocking out to the new song, get hype. I love it.
Yeah, I guess they had this Friday available or something for the premiere, and he's just like, I think, you know, Wonderland on Wonderland, it just works.
It makes sense. Good job, Rob. Good job, team. So you guys are going to see a brand new music video on Friday. You'll be able to pre-order the digital copy of the record. So that means you can, you know, download it, keep it forever, listen to it on your phone. It's going to be in iTunes. So exciting. And you get a free download of the first single when you pre-order the record. So please do so. It means the world to us. And then it's releasing everywhere on July 7th.
Yeah.
And then
you can already hear 4 of the singles if you go on Spotify now.
Let us know what you guys think of the singles. We know you guys have been listening and streaming because they're doing really well. And then July 13th, we're playing our one night only Nearly Dead show in Nashville at Eastside Bowl. So if you've wanted to see us live, book your plane ticket now because we're not quite sure. We're just kind of like, what would you say we're doing? We're just like rolling with it.
Yeah, just kind of, it's like we spent all this time writing the album, and we're sort of just gonna let the album sort of guide where we go from here.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, you know, how the reception is, and like,
yeah. So if it doesn't do well, then we're just
no shows.
Yeah, no shows.
If it creates demand for shows, then we'll figure out how to make those shows happen. But if it doesn't,
somebody asked us to play in like Pennsylvania. Did you respond to that email by chance?
I'm not sure if I saw it.
Damn, I need a.
But Gary, yeah, I think the UK is exciting. I've been over there to a few different countries, and
Oh yeah,
think it's
somebody asked if we would want to play in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Josh, you know where Mechanicsburg is?
Never heard of it. I can see how far it is from my place.
You don't know all things Pennsylvania?
I know.
Come on, Josh.
I know. I'm really slipping there. Let's see. I don't even know how to
It's
spell it.
outside of Harrisburg.
You've played Harrisburg.
Mm-hmm. It's really far away from Josh. It's like, I don't know. I can tell it's far away from like everything. Harrisburg is like the closest. I mean, I'm looking at a map, so I can tell that these are like hours away. But I'm like, it's kind of over near Philly, Washington, D.C., and Scranton. It is like right over there. So probably like 3 hours from D.C., like up in the
We
middle
can
of
always
the mountains.
put
Then they're
that
mountains.
in the drawer or shit, or whatever. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
people are
We
always
get
like,
off.
"Come
We
play
get
here,"
offers.
and yeah, it's like people are like, "Hey, come play here." It doesn't really make sense for us to just go and play that one show. So, but if we start booking a tour, then we can be like,
Well,
"Hey, they
I
wanted
will
to-"
say Mechanicsburg is kind of on the way from Nashville to Rhode Island. If we ever did that little run of like,
fly you in, and then you just ride.
yeah, like Nashville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, we could totally make something like that happen. Maybe I'll respond to this person. If you guys are out there and you know somebody who runs a venue and wants to host the Nearly Deads on the East Coast or Florida or anywhere
Just go
like
across the pond.
that we're already going to go, or in the UK, if you guys know anybody who can, make that happen,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that would be awesome. I think like a Europe tour, UK. I mean, that's definitely something that we need to do. I think it's a disservice because we do have so many like loyal fans that are over there that I think it would actually go really well.
You just need world tour because we got loyal fans in Brazil
Everywhere.
and Argentina,
Mhm.
Mexico,
Philippines.
yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
so
have a ton of fans in Asia. They don't get us.
I don't know if we're really, I don't know if that's really us.
Hey,
Where-
Queen broke in Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
aren't we gonna break in Brazil? Didn't we have some record company from Brazil like reach out and say, hey, like we want to distribute your music or something?
Yeah.
Did we ever see? We're not responding to anyone. I need to
Well,
write.
no. I mean, I told them that we would discuss and get back to them.
Okay. I mean, at this point, I pretty much don't. I'm ready to just be like, yeah, sure, I don't care, whatever. Like,
Well, then, what about that publicist I sent you? They really like me.
which publicist you sent me? That's different. That's different. That's not. That's different. That kind of stuff is different.
Than a record label, but it's safer than a record label.
Well, it depends on what they're doing with it.
Right.
Because some people don't do anything with it, and you end up paying them. So this person isn't asking us for money, as far as I know, and a lot of the other things that we're looking into are. So, but yeah, I forgot all about that. I don't know. I just don't think those things do anything. That's just my personal opinion. What the fuck do I know, you know?
Yeah.
But Gary knows some cool indie bands in the UK. So if we ever do make the jump, I don't think we'll have problems finding bands to play with at all. I think it's more so just physically getting us there and then like routing something.
Yeah.
And
Just it's like an expenses thing, and
Yeah.
It's like
because we're American, so
ocean and
passports, long flight, lots of
waiting.
gear.
I feel like I might have made a mistake because I was renewing my passport because I'm going to see my brother in September, and I did it online, and then like you send the form in or whatever in the mail, and I sent it all in there. They returned it to me, and I completely forgot or skipped over the part where it's like, oh, you need to include your old passport in there. You gotta like put it in and send it to them. You can't hang on to your old one and get a new one. So I was like, okay, I repackaged it and sent it, and I was just trying to do it real quick because I had like an appointment to be at, and they asked me if I wanted tracking, and I was like, no to everything, just the cheapest, and mailed it out. And then mailed it out, and I was like, wait, that's my passport in an envelope. I probably should have got tracking so that I know when like
It'll be fine.
USPS inevitably loses it or something because our post office is not the most reliable.
I mean, low key, when I got married, it was like COVID times and you couldn't go to the Social Security office, and I had to change my last name. I literally had to mail my birth certificate in the mail. I was like, this doesn't make sense. They're like, everyone has to do it. It's fine. And it was fine. And then they mail it back to you. It was weird though. It was very, I was like, this is weird. I don't remember if I got tracking or not. I think I just put it in the fucking mailbox because you also couldn't go to could you go to the post office? I don't know. A lot of stuff was just closed. I think I just put it in the mail. Anyway, it'll be fine.
The poster on YouTube says that they're trying to send us a super chat, but can't. Sending love from the UK. Acoustic version of You Got Me is one of their favorite songs.
Awesome.
More
Thank
love
you.
from the UK.
More love from the UK.
It's a sign.
What time is it there? Isn't it like after midnight right now? Or is it 6 hours ahead?
6 hours.
Like 1 in the morning. And then also Mo is in the chat, who did the acoustic album, so
Nice.
and he'll be at the show.
Nice.
So
yeah.
it's 12:22 there in the UK right now. So y'all are up late.
Yeah.
Damn.
So when I
That's right.
when I announced the album, it was like midnight, and Steve was like, "What did you do that for?" And I'm like, "Well, it's like 7 in the morning in the UK. Like people are waking up. Like I'm just, making sure that everyone sees it all day, and then I'm not announcing something in our time zone, and then people aren't seeing it." So
Well, in all fairness, I don't think my message was frantic or anything. It was more like, did you mean to do that, or was that like an accident?
yeah,
Like-
no, I did it. I just was doing it late at night, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just post it now." So, yeah, social media manager TJ.
Right.
I do what I want when I want. I don't because I don't think it matters. Maybe this is wrong and like I should be like doing more research. But I don't really have time to, and I feel like when I did try to post things at like the same time every day or like a specific time every day, it still didn't perform. Like I think what matters most is what you're posting. It doesn't really matter when you post it.
Yeah, especially Twitter for sure. It doesn't matter.
But if it's like engaging content, it's going to perform well no matter what time of day you post. It's just like more likely to get seen like if more people are online at the same time that you post it. But then some stuff, if somebody is an active follower, it shows up in your feed no matter what. So it's going to get seen and liked more the more it gets liked, blah, blah, blah. So it's more about like what we're releasing than like a time. So
Right.
now I kind of just don't care. I used to really post things at a specific schedule, but now I'm just like, whenever I feel
I
like
think
it.
if it's at a time where there's a lot of people online, then it's just easier to get the engagement up earlier, like sooner, and then it hits that algorithm of
Yeah, of like it just takes care of itself from that point on. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Remember when bands used to just like write music and that was their priority?
Yeah, when I was talking to Steve and Nathan, we kind of had a conversation about that. I was like, it's just so weird. It's so different. In fact, he no longer does radio anymore.
Okay. What does he
He's-
do?
Well, it's all online stuff now
Okay.
because he's like, and he does retail still. But he's like, yeah, I've had bands come to me that are like, hey, we got a $40,000 radio budget. We want to do this, and I'm basically like, um, let me stop you right there. Put all that money back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Waste of money.
Yeah.
Let's do Spotify or like a playlisting campaign for like a fraction of that cost.
Yeah.
And he's like, FM radio or whatever, standard radio just doesn't matter anymore, you know, unless you're just like
Already big or on a big label.
like putting it, but it doesn't really. And he's like, it can be beneficial if you're touring, but if you're not, like, because then the benefit is going in and doing interviews with like them playing. But he's like, outside of that, it's like there's no benefit to it. You're way better off, like, because everybody listens. The majority of people listen online on streaming services.
Yeah. Which is cool. I mean, little bands like us get discovered because of stuff like that. So it's kind of a. But the social media stuff, that really has changed a lot since we started. And now just there's so many more people online now. And it's a lot, you know.
All the algorithms are different, like, and that's the thing about online, it's like different companies, you know, because if it's like Facebook was big, now it doesn't exist, or I mean MySpace, then Facebook came out, and then Facebook is still around, but everybody had kind of moved over to, like, Instagram was more popular, and then
now it's TikTok,
Twitter, and now TikTok, you know, and everything's changing, so it's like you're constantly having to learn a new outlet and the new algorithm and be on top of it. But yeah,
and
I don't
it's
know.
rough being like a up and comer or whatever, because you just really, you have to play those things to your advantage versus like people who are already established. Like, they don't have to do any of that.
Yeah,
You know, people already know who they are, so they don't have to like pander to like, you know,
the algorithm or whatever, it's
clickbaity
just kinda
type
automatic.
content. Yeah. I don't know. They don't have to post a million selfies just to be like, hey, have you heard of my band? Please look at us. Please listen to our music. It's just not done the same anymore. Music in general, I think, it has the same place in society, but it doesn't. I feel like people will pay for the experience and they want to go see festivals and like a million bands all in one day and have this like excellent, even if they pay hundreds of dollars to go out for a weekend. I mean, like, how many more festivals are there now than there used to be? Because there used to be like Warped Tour and that was it. And now there's like so many. UK has these incredible festivals. There'll be like 100,000 people there. You cannot tell me people don't like to go see live music. They just want to see it in that context. They want it to be an all, you know, sensory experience for an entire day. They don't just want to go to the bar at night and see one band, you know.
Unless it's Taylor Swift.
Unless it's fucking Taylor Swift. I mean, that to me also, like, you can't say live music is dead. I mean, look at what this woman is doing. It's incredible. I mean,
Well, she, like, I was talking to my barber, like,
and
he's
it's
in
this,
a band,
it's
and
the
we were talking
music.
about her, and well, we were talking about like country too. Country is just like probably the most country and pop, you know, being the most profitable. But like he has a friend, he like quit his band to just be a drummer for like a country band and just like makes a living. There's so much money there. But I was like, Taylor Swift basically like was the genius that like, okay, she was already in country, which is like one of the most profitable genres because country music fans still buy albums, they still buy CDs, they still all want that, and they're very supportive and this and that. And so she was there, and then there's pop music, which is like the biggest, most mainstream, and so she like just moved over like right here where just enough into pop so that like everybody, the general public,
She just
is
like
into it.
appeals to everyone.
But yeah, but she didn't pull too far into pop where she pissed off all her country fans where she started. You know, it's like just enough over to appeal to the new crowd, but not far enough that she alienated her old audience. So she's now this force that has both, just all
Yeah.
people being like, oh, this is good music,
Yeah.
and then too, she's just like very like outspoken and kind of like her personality. People are kind of drawn to, and they like that I don't take shit from my exes or the industry.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's a Michael Jackson of our time for sure.
That's a bold claim. But
Who's bigger
like
than Taylor
bigger,
Swift?
yeah. Nobody is bigger than her, honestly.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson was the biggest thing when he was around. So
You know who knocked out Michael Jackson off the #1 spot?
who
Nirvana.
really?
We're due. It's our
Wow.
time, guys. Grunge
It's
is
our time.
it's our time. Grunge is coming back. Javi's shaking his head. He's like, no, it's not happening. It already.
I mean, we're releasing our album the same day that Taylor is.
Oh, you're right. I mean, maybe it'll like blow up out of nowhere. I mean, that would be the dream. Like that's almost
Yeah.
pretty much like I don't know. There's two schools of thought. The two are if you do the same thing that people were doing back in the day, eventually people will come around. If you have good music, if you're playing shows and la la la, you'll eventually people will come around. And then there's this other school that's like, hey, all you need is like one video to go viral on TikTok and then everyone knows who you are. So you got people like stuck in the middle, like artists are stuck in the middle of like, I need to do this. I want to, go viral or whatever, but then I also want to grind it out. And it's like, nobody knows quite, there's no like clear path to be like, this is going to guarantee. I mean, there's never guarantee success in music. Depends on what you define as success. Most of us, I think, just want to make a living doing what we love.
Billions.
Yeah. That's like the bare minimum. The top of the top is like, Wembley Stadium. Like, I don't even think, though, that I would want to be as big as Taylor Swift because that looked like pandemonium. Like, I don't know. That looks like an unmanageable life to me.
Yeah.
So just somewhere in between.
Yeah. Like if you're at the level where you can make a living from it, be comfortable, but still get to interact with the fans and even like,
Right.
like
Go to the
stuff
grocery
like that.
store.
Yeah, exactly.
I was listening to a documentary about, or like, I guess not really, not listening to documentary, listening to a podcast about No Doubt. I would be fine with being No Doubt level, very, very successful.
They're massive.
Not like Taylor Swift size,
Oh, for sure. I mean, Gwen Stefani is definitely like Taylor. I mean, she had a Las Vegas residency. Like she's practically a household name, like especially with women. Like most women know who she is.
Yeah, I mean, her solo stuff aside, just
the guys in the band though, like I can only name one of them.
The guitarist from No Doubt famous.
Yeah, Adrian. Yeah,
that guy.
Adrian, I think is his name. But the other two guys, I don't know what their names are. And if I pass them by, I wouldn't be like, hey, I feel like when you see somebody who's like famous, because they're well dressed and they're like groomed very well, and like their skin is probably really nice. Like you're like, okay, that person is like rich, but like, where do I know them from? Like, and like that happens a lot. And then you'll like, after the fact be like, oh shit, there was like some NBA player like at the bar last night and had no idea, right? Like nobody really recognizes them, That's how I feel like if you saw somebody from No Doubt, you'd be like, well, that guy looks important, but I don't really know who he is. And then it's like, okay, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, TJ, you can never be the guitarist in the band famous.
I will always have to be recognizable.
And the female, so if we get big, you're gonna end up the Gwen Stefani, and then we can be in the shadows, being the people that know me. Like, who's that slob at the Taco Bell?
We'll be that guy of the band. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a lot of like, oh, I think your super chat went through. Yay! Thank you, Wooster. Worcester?
They're like wool.
Woolster?
From the UK, like Worcestershire.
Oh my god, I want to go there so bad. I actually think it would be really fun. I've never been. So
I thought you went Didn't you go to like Germany? Or something?
Yeah, I've been to Europe,
Oh,
but I haven't been to
that's
the
fantastic.
UK. Yeah, I've been to Europe, and it was a long time ago.
UK is just
Oh,
the islands. It's the three Great Britain countries and then Ireland,
Oh my
right?
God, speaking of Europe, my whole family, we all took DNA tests. I don't
Uh,
remember if I told you guys about this because we got it for my mom for her birthday. Has have since gotten my results back. And I am only 3% German. And I lived my whole life thinking I was like 50% German, and I'm not even close.
what
Right.
percent mostly are you of?
Polish.
I could I figured that. Like I don't know why. You
Well,
thought you were German?
well, like 50-50, because, like, your parents, the household lore is like, okay, this is where my grandparents are from, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was always like Polish and German, Polish and German. Like, that was like 50-50. A lot of like German things. Um,
They both your parents though were half Polish, half German.
no, like my mom is 75% Polish.
Uh,
75. Like, her entire lineage back goes just in that same area, right? Because
right.
Poland wasn't always Poland. You've got the wars, and then these DNA tests go back like hundreds and hundreds of years. So, that area wasn't always considered Poland. So there's like Russian, and stuff because that was occupied at one point. So it's kind of like wild. Like, it's really fascinating. Like, if you guys, I was skeptical, but I'm really into it now. And so then my dad's side is supposed to be the German side, and it just, even my dad hasn't taken the actual DNA test yet. We did just get him one for Father's Day, but I know that when he takes it, he's not going to be as German as he thinks he is. So somewhere along the line on his family, like his grandpa, I don't think was full like German. I don't even think his grandpa was half German. For me to only have 3%, you have to be so far down the DNA like spectrum to only have a little tiny bit. Because if you look at my mom, like, I have like 40% Polish and she's 75%. So for it to have gone down to 3%, that German heritage in my family is like way far removed from
So
me.
40% Polish. What's the other 60%?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because we were talking about the UK. So I have like I have more Irish than I have German. Um, which I knew that there was Irish in my heritage because of my grandmother. Um, so that's kind
Trippy.
of, yeah. And like, I guess there's a little bit of everything. Um, oh, no. 57% Eastern Europe and Russia, which comes from Northeast Poland. So like 60% Polish. And like, I went to Germany and I was like, wow, I really fit in here. This is the motherland. I love it. Beer and sausage, and like, oh God, this is my people. And
Nope.
nope. Like, my whole
Really?
identity,
Really, your motherland is pierogies.
Yeah.
right? And babushkas. So,
Uh,
That's funny.
okay,
I like
12%.
pierogies.
12% is from the Baltics, which I was like, what the hell is that? And it made me feel so ignorant, but it's like Latvia, like, area, like around the Baltic Sea. And I'm like, oh, where is that from?
Yeah.
Like, who in my family was from that area? I have no idea. So probably it's just like great, 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 great grandparents, right? Sweden and Denmark, 11%. So again, have no idea where that came from in my lineage. And my mom is like, her being so Polish, I mean, it's just all from my dad's side. Anyway, 8% Ireland, 6% Scotland, 3% Germanic Europe, 2% Norway, and 1% Jewish.
Wow.
Like,
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Nope.
we're all
And I was expecting, like, most people at their 1% is usually like African lineage, because that's generally agreed to be, where a lot of evolution started. If you subscribe to that, I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm one of those people who has like no African lineage, but I have 1% Jewish. I was like, what is that? That's not even an
For a
ethnicity.
whole lot of white.
Mazel
Yes.
tov.
Yeah. Very fascinating.
Gary, where is Newfoundland? I always forget. Gary says his mom is from Newfoundland. Is that Northern Europe? Is it
It's in Canada.
Canada? Okay. Okay.
I think
Holland,
you're thinking of
Canada.
like Lapland or like one of those Norwegian
Yeah, the Scandinavian countries.
Scandinavia,
like,
yeah.
But Ireland's awesome. I love Ireland so much.
So you, so you have the card. You've got the, what is it? The anti-Semitism. You can be like, I'm 1% Jewish. Thank you very much. You could pull that. That's so
I
funny.
just think like the area um um like the area that that's from. I mean, there was a lot of Jewish people in that area.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So, well, I feel like because I typically I would be we were just like Jewish is a religion. It's not like a heritage or it's not like a country, but I think it maybe means that you're from or your ancestors are from Israel or something, one of those type
Yeah.
areas. So yeah. Maybe we're
Gary said
freaking maybe we're descendants of, you know who.
Jesus.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Everyone,
like-
everyone knows he's Hispanic. Jesus.
Well, yeah. So no, there's this
Just playing.
really, really fascinating girl on documentary, and this chick goes around the Holy Land and like dissects the Bible, and if this could have really happened, here's what would have happened. There's archaeologists and stuff pulling up stuff all the time, so
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
kind of fascinating. So I'm like, well, maybe that's where everything like started from. To have 1%, I mean, it's very, 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 very far removed. So, but fascinating nonetheless. I highly recommend it. You guys should totally get your DNA test done.
What
I'm
is it?
interested now. Yeah.
Ancestry?
So I got the kits on Amazon for $60, I think, and all you have to do is spit in a tube and mail it. It's super easy and safe.
So
I think I'm
my
going to. That's
my
awesome.
aunt actually did it, my mother's sister.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me this whole list of like where we're all from, and it's totally Mexico. Like
Yeah.
some like minuscule tribe in Mexico, at least my mom's side anyway. So I was
Yeah.
like, hey, right
That-
on.
That's so
That's
cool.
also how you find out that you have relatives and siblings that you didn't know you had, because
Oh yeah. Huh.
his family
Jeez.
did it, and he found out that he has a sister that he didn't know about.
Oh my god.
Wait, who did?
Wow.
Who has a sister they didn't know about?
Ricky. But he told his best
Dang.
friend,
Wow.
and so he's been like communicating with this person.
Like
this
a
girl
half
online
sister?
now,
Wait, like a
with-
half sister or like a
I didn't get into the details.
Well,
with
yeah,
him,
if it's a
but
full blood sister, then it would I don't know, unless his parents gave her up
Catfish.
for adoption, right?
it could have. It's what is most likely is his biological father had another child, but he doesn't really know his biological father.
Okay.
Mm.
Was he adopted?
But I guess
That
he
makes
did
sense.
ancestry, and through that, he
Yeah.
found out that he had this sister.
Yeah. I mean, it'll tell you if you can't catfish people with the DNA thing. Cuz if
Right.
you're a member and you use the app, like it's a database, like it matches you with people. So if they don't pull up on this, they're not real. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I would be worried about that too. I mean, people fake, you could fake one of these DNA graphics, right? And be like, oh, this says we're related, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a really
You-
easy thing to disprove.
You could just draw somebody else's blood and send it. We're
Hap-
related.
Doolin's very white, apparently. He says,
Okay.
Gary, I don't know if you've ever heard of, there's a stand-up comedian named Paul F. Tompkins who's Irish, and he does a whole bit about the Irish potato famine that's pretty funny. You should check it out.
And a lot of like, so we found out that my great grandfather, you know, and his whole family came from Poland. Obviously, that area is very war torn, several times, and you know, even nearby in Russia, Ukraine, and whatnot. So they, I believe, were just, I think it was like 1910 that they came. So, it was just like there was just war going on all the time. So I think that's why. And the borders changed. In Europe, the borders like changed all the way up until the 90s. USSR, Bosnia, like all of that. Like it was just always been a lot of war over there. And there still is. There's a Ukraine thing happening right now. So we're all very blessed that we don't have to like live like that. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, we just have to put up with like TikTokers and their influence over our lives. Those assholes.
Yeah, we definitely
Just
have
puts things into perspective. But it's so fascinating, like learning about other people's heritage. Like my husband, you know, took one, and he's, you know, it was cool because he was like super, you know, Azorean Portuguese, whatever, in his lineage. Like he kind of knew it, and so it like reaffirmed that for him. But then he also finds some other like interesting stuff that he didn't know.
I mean, yeah, that stash has got to come from somewhere. I mean,
those eyebrows.
It's not a.
But a lot of them came to Rhode Island specifically. New Bedford, Massachusetts. There's a lot of like whaling in this area, like historically. So it's just like it's cool to go to a different area and be like, oh wow, there's like when you go to Milwaukee, it's like German settlers are there. So like and Polish too. So that's why a lot of my family lives there. What is your Josh? What is your family like generally accept of like their heritage?
Yeah, my dad's side is Italian. Pretty much.
I knew it. I knew it. Perone.
Yeah.
So my dad's
True.
side, but my grandma did like she was born in the States, but like her mom came over like from Italy. So I am curious. I want to know how much Italian I really am. But then then my mom's side, pretty much Polish and Irish, I believe. But they're very, at least in their like pierogies are a huge thing for holidays and stuff, you know. So they very much embrace the Polish side on my mom's side, and my dad's side is just all Italian. But I'm interested.
That's an interesting mix.
Yeah.
Like Polish and Italian.
Yeah.
That's an interesting mix. Yeah, you gotta get one. Get one for your folks. It makes a great gift.
Yeah.
I'm like not sponsored by Ancestry.com.
Yeah,
like we probably should be. I'm like, use my discount code. I know where it's on sale. I'm telling everybody.
Here's a quick ad.
No.
If you're interested to know your family's history.
Yeah, and it did
Click
not pull anybody, no rogue siblings, so nothing like that. Which that's.
What about Steve?
Yeah, have you ever done a DNA test, Steve?
No, I've always thought about it, and then it's just one of those things that's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool, and then I forget about it.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just giving you guys free advice. Your parents will get into it. They will think it's the coolest thing. They don't know about their freaking grandparents because they all died, right? Like my mom's grandparents died before she was like born. So she's like, oh, I don't know. And then like great grandparents, like they don't really.
I've always wanted to make a family tree and be like, holy cow, I
Here's
came
where we
from
came
Moses
from.
or something, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something dumb like
Is
that.
Moses Mexican? Or did you say you came from Moses?
Yeah.
We don't know. He could have been.
We don't know. He
Yeah.
could have been, you know.
He could have been.
He actually wasn't Egyptian. He was
Mexican.
was it Hebrew? I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
I
don't
always
know.
think like my mom's maiden name is McCartney, and I'm just like, and we'll joke about Paul McCartney, but like, what
Oh, what if
if?
you're
What if I really
related?
am related to Paul McCartney and be like, hey man,
Paul,
Yeah.
I've got this band that I play drums for.
He seems like he would be a really cool person about it.
yeah,
Because
Um,
it does pull up like distant relatives, but I don't think Paul McCartney is going to be in the database. That's the only thing.
yeah, yeah.
He would have to take a DNA test. Although there is a whole like series of celebrities. It's ancestry.com. I think they're all like a YouTube series or a web series or something. They have celebrities take the test and then they tell the celebrities like where their families come from. Like they did it with RuPaul and they like trace like his slave like ancestors and stuff, and he was like crying and it was like this beautiful thing. Like so they do it with celebrities too.
Hmm.
So what if
Hmm.
you're distantly
Owen
related
made
to
a
him?
good point. It's like, what if you do the ancestry, you pay for it, then you look and then you follow down your lineage and find out that like your family comes from like Stalin or something.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
crap.
I was a little scared of that. I was a
Mm.
little scared of that, finding out something like that, because we
Mm.
did have like a little Russian, and I was like, oh no, what? Anyway,
But here's the thing, that doesn't really matter. It's like
Yeah.
your blood is your blood. Who you are is your actions. It's not like
Yeah.
well, once your parents, if you take a DNA test, it's like pretty accurate, but then once your parents and your siblings and whoever takes it, it just gets more and more accurate. Because it's just like a guesstimate. It goes like, well, and it's just weird because even me and my sister are not evenly matched. So what we learned was that, well, what I learned, which again made me feel so ignorant, I was like, not everything gets passed down, which makes sense. Because like if your parents have, brown eyes doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have. So not every trait gets passed down. Just like not every like DNA thing gets passed down. So my sister has a little bit more German than me. She has a little bit more other things than me. I have more like Sweden than she does. And it's just no rhyme or reason why it just gets passed down like unevenly. I feel like unless you're like identical twins, then you would have the same DNA. But so yeah, sorry we went off on that for so long.
No, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I thought it was interesting. So
It is very.
we were
I'm
talking about-
very curious. I might do it.
you should.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're
I'll
gonna
do
do
it
You're gonna
later.
do it. You guys are all gonna do it, and then we're gonna have a DNA party.
Yeah.
A
DNA party. Hilarious.
Dolan's mostly concerned that he has serial killers or KKK members in his lineage.
Oh my god.
Again,
Again.
you're not responsible for the past, for history.
Keep it in the family, y'all. Keep it in the
You
family.
don't have to feel guilty for shit you didn't do. Yeah, so you said we had a game to play?
Yeah. If you guys are down.
I think the chat always enjoys the games.
You know what's funny is that this is actually called the Chat Pack.
Hey.
Chat Pack. All right, Gary's done. He's like, I gotta go. Bye. It is late, so thank you for joining us,
Yeah.
Gary. We appreciate you. It's been real. It's been fun. All right. So, I mean, there's not.
Weren't there 4 people in the Rat Pack?
Yeah.
Which one is everybody?
Oh, so Frank, I'm Frank Sinatra.
I knew it.
I'm Frank Sinatra.
I guess I'm Sammy Davis.
You're Sammy Davis Jr.
Motherfuckers.
Hey,
I
he
like
was
Sammy
cool though. You do have like an attitude like he did. Like you have that kind of like swagger
Not-
attitude.
Not
He
Not
was
get-
an asshole.
not giving a fuck about He didn't give a fuck though.
No,
Seriously.
he was the most suave. Frank was arguably the best looking and most talented.
Of course. Yeah, go there.
Yeah.
And then who? Okay.
It's
Oh,
the 2 other guys, Josh
Dean-
and Steve.
Dean Martin.
I'll be Dean Martin because he's like from my
He-
area.
Well,
He-
isn't he Italian?
Well, and he was from Steubenville, right across the river. I'm pretty sure.
I honestly just see like an actual resemblance though.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
Sammy Davis has like a mustache,
Yeah,
like
he
all that. He
literally-
looks like Javi a little bit.
Dude, the next album, we should reenact that famous picture where they're all at the like laughing together,
Yeah.
the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
Sammy Davis.
I have to be Dean Martin because he literally grew up in the same area. So
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Who's the
crazy.
other guy?
So there's actually, it shows 6 people when I just Google it, and it's Peter Lawford and Joey Bishop, and then there's also Angie Dickinson listed as a member of the Rat Pack. And I'm like, I don't remember that. There's always that famous, like, the 4 of them.
Yeah, there's a picture that's
Mhm.
that's like a famous picture, and it's the 4 of them. Sammy Davis
Oh,
is
is it
laughing,
this
smoking
picture?
a cigarette. No.
When they're like
That's
in
not it.
front of the like, oh, the Rat Pack
Hi,
performing.
Wilster. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the tip there.
Thanks for the chat.
It's nice. You know,
It's Peter, Peter
Yeah,
Lawford and Joey
this
Bishop.
picture, Bobby.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
That's the picture.
both Gary and Wooster used Ace tonight. Man, Europeans have cool things that I
Slang.
want to use in everyday language.
They got cool slang. That's why we got
What's
to get
ace?
like it's good. Like
Oh, like
there.
an
Oh,
ace of
this
spade.
is the one.
it's like yeah, it's Ace.
This is
That's
the
like a
picture.
saying.
Like Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
like top notch or
That's the picture.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Steve's the other guy.
And Steve's still the guy.
Steve's the other guy. Yeah. This is definitely our personalities, though. Okay.
We
So-
should really recreate.
we
We
should
should
re-
recreate
should.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, wait, Steve is Peter Lawson? Is that the name? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I need to Google. Well,
Yeah, Peter Lawford. Lawford?
Stephen Toby-ish. I don't know.
okay. Informal group of entertainers. Joey Bishop, and before falling out with Sinatra, Peter Lawford. Who's Joey Bishop? What would we know him for?
sounds
Oh,
like
he was a comedian. That sounds more like Steve.
Steve, the old comedian.
he does love them dad jokes. I gotta say.
Yeah. He was also a member of the Rat Pack. Okay, so he hosted a late night talk show with Regis Philbin.
Oh, Regis.
Nice.
Joey Bishop. So he's not a singer. He's a comedian, I guess. Let me just see if there's anything on him. Joey, what did I say his name was? Bishop?
Joey Bishop.
Oh. Sings country western.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Okay, I don't know. That's Steve though. This has got to be actor, comedian, and talk show host. He wasn't a singer.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anyway, are you guys ready to answer some questions?
Shoot.
Let's do it.
Okay.
going around or are we raising hands here? What-
Let's raise hands. Or yeah, because I feel like it's gonna take too long if everybody answers every single question.
Mm.
Okay, if you could be the spokesperson for any product on the market, what product would you choose and enthusiastically represent?
Winking owl.
What's that?
What is that? Yeah.
Fine.
Oh.
Oh. I
Oh.
was winking.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
but you
say
can
TJ and Ancestry.
TJ and Ancestry.
Mm,
Any
yes.
product on the market,
Full
though.
circle.
Any. Not just like what we're just currently talking about. It's kind of thought provoking.
Mm,
Hmm.
Kettle chips, jalapeno style.
that's a good one.
Obviously, it's like whatever's in front of him.
Doolin says any chess product.
Chess product? What's a chess product?
Chess. Like he plays chess.
Yes. Mm.
Oh, I know, but I didn't know that there were brands like associated with
I'm
chess.
sure there's like a ton, like a
Wow.
good chess set, good chessboard.
Dylan, if you are ever in Nashville, come hit me up because I have found a life-size chessboard that I need to play with somebody stat ASAP.
That's awesome. Is it
Let's get
in,
serious.
in
It's
Nashville
like
somewhere?
wizard chess.
It's in It's in Franklin. It's like a life-size
Cool.
chessboard. I mean, yeah,
That's
and
cool.
you can like, oh shoot, I'm in Harry Potter or something.
Yeah.
All right, this is, oh my God, speaking of Harry Potter. Okay, quick segue.
Mm-hmm.
Hogwarts Legacy. Guess
Oh geez.
guess who is 100% complete on the game?
Yay.
Wow.
100%.
Wow, everything.
100%.
That's awesome.
I am
Impressive.
missing some field guide pages, but as far as the gameplay goes, my thing is 100% complete. I found every collection chest. I have every trait. I have every appearance award. I'm a level
That's awesome.
40. I
job.
completely finished the game and it's 100%, but I'm aiming for more. Because even if you're 100% for like their requirements, like I finished every side quest, like there's no more to do, but I'm missing pages. I'm missing Revelio pages.
Yeah, there's more than just
There's
what
like
it shows, like on the counter.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I've cleared the map. Every collection chest, every infamous foe. I feel like I've cleared every bandit camp, but I might not have. But anyway, that was
That's
my
awesome.
Hogwarts segue. And yes, that is something that is in the game.
I did.
Well,
The
I did
puzzle.
beat it. I finally finished like the main thing.
Good.
And the side. I do feel my favorite part is definitely the curses. That whole
Yeah.
whole side quest with Sebastian is definitely the best part.
Did
in
you
my
do the
opinion.
Deathly Hollow part?
Yeah, where
That
it's all
was
that was
Black and
awesome.
white shit, and you
Yeah.
gotta hide from the ghost. It's like it's a whole new game within a game. The
Yeah.
game just goes on and on and on. And if yeah, sorry, bro.
you
Hobby
guys
is
are
making-
you guys are totally nerding out. It's
When
funny.
did I
so-
become
it's
this
so good.
person?
Dude, like when I think
It's
I just
really
did
fantastic. But that part, yeah, that was the trial. That was one of the trials. I'm pretty sure the Deathly
Yes.
Hallow thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's like
so good.
it's like the history of like in the movie where they talk about like the three
Yeah, the
dads
three
or whatever, the three brothers. Yeah. It's like that. It's so cool. But that's only like one tiny little sliver of the game. And it was
Yeah.
that awesome and it looked that cool. It's just like, how did they program these things? They must work on them for like a decade or have
Yeah.
like thousands of people programming these games. It's just stunning. Just
Yeah.
the best
I just-
game.
Basically, E3 weekend just happened, like a gaming weekend where all the big companies announce all the stuff that they're releasing over the course of the next couple of years. And two that I'm just super stoked about is Ubisoft announced their Star Wars game called Outlaws, and it's like a massive open world Star Wars game that takes place like around Empire Strikes Back, but you play as a female. She's kind of like a Han Solo character, where she's like a smuggler.
Oh, okay.
She's trying to get by, and so you take all these jobs, and you go like smuggle, steal, and stuff. And you've got this cute little like little alien companion that follows you around. But the game is gorgeous. It looks fantastic, and it's made by the people who do like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and stuff, and like, yeah, I mean, you run around, do these smuggling missions, jump in your spaceship, fly straight into outer space, like no loading. You can space battle. It just looks amazing. You should check it out. And then the guy who did Skyrim and Fallout, they showed off the Starfield game, and the game looks insane. There's like 1,000 planets you can explore, and like all this stuff. I mean, this looks like a game that you could play for like 10 years and not finish it. Like there's just like all kinds of stuff you can do with creating your character, like building your own spaceship, gathering your crew.
Oh my God. I
giving
want to
them
play
all
that
different
so
jobs.
bad. Is it true that it's only going to be on Xbox?
Xbox and PC. So if you want to play on computer or like, I think Steam Deck will probably be.
What Steam Deck?
I've considered getting a
Deck
Steam
is
Deck, but
it's Steam is like a gaming hub
Straight,
for
like, yeah.
computer, but they
I've
made
heard
a
of Steam.
thing. So like
Oh.
it's like a Switch, but like
Well, when you're playing a game that gorgeous, you need to be able to play it on your freaking OLED TV,
yeah,
55-inch OLED TV. You guys
and I'm
have
sure
can't even describe how beautiful Hogwarts is on this freaking TV that we have. And I remember I went on a whole thing when we bought that freaking TV, and I was like, it was worth every penny. Anyway.
Well, you could get the Xbox Series S is only $300.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm not like anti Xbox, I guess. It's just like, do we really need to buy every single effing console? Because we have a Switch and a PS5, and I'm like,
it is. It's
Steve,
the
Steve has them all.
exclusives, man.
Well,
I
I
mean,
have them all except for PS5, and because
Well,
Sony started being shady,
yeah.
not buying any more PlayStation consoles.
So it's funny because we've talked about that, Steve. But I bought a PS5 as soon as I
Oh,
saw
you went to the
Spider-Man.
website.
hell
I
yeah.
had to. Dude, Spider-Man 2, man, October 20th. It's like I'm counting down the days.
Nice.
Dude, there's too many good games coming out as the problem.
Oh
It's
my
like I
God.
beat the campaign for Hogwarts, but I didn't do all that cool stuff because Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out, and I was like, I gotta play that. And I beat Jedi Survivor and completed a lot of it. It was super fun. And then Diablo came out, and I was like, oh, I need to play this.
Well,
I get fun
that
with
Starfield game looks incredible, and because it's like the same guys who did like Skyrim and Fallout, those are my two other favorite games. I mean, Hogwarts definitely beat out both of those games. I hate to say, because you can fly.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
fly, and there's no loading time, and the aesthetics of it is very just beautiful and pleasing. The music's incredible, and like, you know, I was obsessed with Fallout when I played it, and but this trumps it, honestly. I still do love Fallout, and I loved Outer Worlds, and I love Skyrim, and it's all beautiful in its own way, but like going back to a game like Skyrim and not being able to hop on your broom and like zip to where you want to be and explore along the way and like find stuff, I'm just like, how am I going to do it? Yeah. How are we going to go back?
Well, do what, actually, Doolin pointed out, there's a company or like another handheld that just came out recently. I don't have Steam Deck, I just know about it, but it's called Asus, and it's also a handheld, but it's like a Microsoft, or no, I don't know what he can explain better who makes it and whatever, but basically you can run Game Pass natively on it, and Starfield's free on Game Pass. So, but the thing he's talking about, it's an OLED screen. So yeah, it's a handheld, but it's an OLED screen.
Still gonna look
probably
good.
much cheaper than
An Xbox.
the Steam Deck or an Xbox. And then if you get Game Pass, then you can just download Starfield.
Yeah. Cool.
But I would recommend just getting the Series S because it's $299, and Game Pass has 1 million games on it. And I guarantee, since Microsoft bought Bethesda, the new Fallout and the new
Are only going to be on Xbox.
They're only going to be on Xbox. So. And they showed a trailer for the new Fable, which looks incredible, and Fable is just fantastic. They got that actor is in it from. Did you ever watch the IT Crowd? Or he's this British comedian, kind of nerdy guy, afro and glasses, and he talks real awkward, but he's hilarious. He's got a travel show I love, but he's like one of the characters. He plays one of the giants in Fable, and it was a funny trailer.
Biohazard's on Twitch and reminded us of our Fallout inspired music video for Diamond in the Rough.
But
yeah, remember that, guys? That was fun.
that was a fun one.
I
Yeah.
love
That was
a
our
good
Fallout
one.
era.
Yeah.
I was very obsessed with the game, and I made everyone else be obsessed with it. And I was like, "We're gonna do this because it's gonna look like Fallout." And then we had like the the little boy in it.
Tight
Yeah, we put a
squeeze.
lot of references in it. We put a
A Nuka,
Mad
well, like
Max
a
reference in
cola.
there, some Walking Dead references.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little mix of all the kind of like post-apocalyptic, like everything. It kind of goes with the Nearly Dead's lore.
But the bobblehead, yeah, was Fallout, and we definitely went into the video gamey, like giving each other stats and the
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the photo shoot. That was
Yep.
really cool.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
The composite.
Yeah.
It turned out really dope.
Really cool.
Oh, Linux said that the Ally thing is $700. So yeah, just get a Series S. Just get the Xbox.
Damn.
I buy A1 because she wanted to play Hogwarts, but it ended up working out for me more because now I have an Xbox to play when I'm at her house.
There you go. Jordan just got us/me, the hot pink PS5 controller. So
Oh,
feel
nice.
pretty
Nice.
special. Yeah, it looks really sexy. I love it.
I did
at this
like
thing they announced there's a Starfield controller and a Starfield headset, and it's
Ah.
got that like NASA punk look to it.
Cool.
But anyways, weren't we playing the
Yeah,
game?
let's play back to the game.
Biohazard's here now, so Biohazard.
Okay, chime in, guys. We got a couple people watching. If you guys are just kind of tuning in and streaming, album's coming out July 7th. Pre-order starts Friday. We're releasing the Wonderland music video on Wonderland in the UK, premiering there on their site. So that'll be super exciting. And we are playing a game. And I really want you guys all to answer this question because I just think it's so goofy. Okay.
Mhm.
If you could have 50 pounds of anything other than money, what would you want?
Hmm.
Clothes.
50 pounds of clothes.
Yeah, just cool
Yeah.
clothes.
Okay.
I could just be like, yeah, this ain't gonna work today. Okay, this is cool. Nah, yeah, this will go to Goodwill. Oh, this is dope. This is cool. I like
Well,
this.
how much clothes do you think 50 pounds is? I feel like a airline, your suitcase can be up to 50 pounds. So, like, that's not that many clothes.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I'll take 50 pounds of diamonds.
Wait, that's that. But
is,
that's
was
is that
so
like
much.
money? That is
Not
such a good answer.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
just like every like a week, everybody go sell a diamond. It's like I'll just live off my diamond.
see, but okay, but you can't sell it for money.
why not?
It's just because that's the game.
No, it said if you could
no,
have
the game
50
is I
pounds
can't
of
ask for
any.
money. I didn't ask for money.
Bro,
Except
you
for-
just
except
cracked
for
the
money.
code. That was
I
the
didn't
best.
ask for money.
There's no better answer.
I know.
What's worth more?
What about 50?
But so Javi, you can't sell your clothes for money?
Wait,
What
what's
about
found
like
a-
50 pounds of like gold bars? How many?
Steve?
how many
Yeah,
gold bars
exactly.
would that
That's
Oh
be?
not- I
well,
don't
you know
think
that
gold
you can't
bar is
sell that
heavy.
for money.
Gold bar is
That's
heavy.
admittedly. Gold
Yeah.
bars are much.
See, y'all found a loophole in the system.
Yeah, that's how
You
it
li-
works.
That's cool and all, but I mean, come on, that's not fun.
What's the most rare element? What's that shit that they put in computers? It's really like expensive, and everyone's trying to steal it's trying to steal catalytic conversion.
Uranium?
Shit.
What are you talking about?
50 pounds of uranium.
Now we're
Wait.
now we're on a watch list. Now we're on a watch list because we're trying.
No.
No,
Josh is
it-
like, no, I promise I'm making a time machine.
Yeah.
no, like people like it's some sort of like rare element that's like they put it in your catalytic converter, so that's why people are stealing them and selling them. Is why they're so expensive. I think it's like platinum.
Yeah. Some kind of metal. But like when we have chip shortages and stuff.
Yeah. So what is that? What is that in the microchips that is rare to find,
Oh,
and why
yeah, I don't
computers are
know.
so expensive?
I don't know what that element is. It cobalt? I know there's a lot of people in cobalt mines
Oh.
that like I don't know if you've seen these videos, but on like I think it was Joe Rogan or something, but there's like tons of people from like really, really impoverished poor countries, like hundreds and hundreds of people just going in and mining cobalt because like apparently they use that for I don't know if they use it for like iPhones or something, but it's
Circuit boards or something.
it's insane to see these videos because it's like they're not allowed to do that, but they do it because it's the equivalent in their country of making like $200 a day here.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, of course they're gonna do it. They don't care. Like they got to provide for their families, but it's an eye opener. So it's
Wow.
pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to see, but I think it's cobalt is what they're mining for or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it. Doolin says maybe zinc or this other mineral I can't pronounce. Caesium.
Rhodium is Earth's rarest and most expensive precious metal. Hmm.
Biohazard. If you had 50 pounds of a gaming PC, you don't have to sell it to make money. You could just play games and stream and make money.
No, but it would be nice. No, 50 pounds of diamonds is more money. Okay, so how much do you think a gaming PC weighs? Easily 10-ish pounds, right?
Oh, probably more.
Because they're big and heavy. 15 pounds. You're only gonna have like two. Think, guys. No. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I know I already won. With
I think a liquid would be the most substantial, like 50 pounds of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yes.
There we go.
Those were the
That's
answers.
it.
Those were the answers I
That
wanted.
tickles me.
That was the
It
answer I
tickles me
wanted.
so. Or like,
You'd have to refrigerate that. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna go with something edible, you need something that like will last forever, like Twinkies or
Okay.
so
because those are light, so you would get a lot of Twinkies that would
Yeah.
last.
is
forever.
is an Oompa Loompa, is that like a valid answer? Because I could totally use one of those.
that's
I think
Oompa Loompa makes the candy. So
I know, but it's probably about 50 pounds, you'd think.
probably. So if you had one Oompa Loompa and then they could make you candy forever.
Absolutely.
oh god.
I'd be happy.
All right, you guys ready for the next
No.
question?
No. Yeah, go for it.
If for 1 month you could live at any famous residence or house in the entire world, where would you pick?
For 1 month?
Mm-hmm.
I'd go live with Keanu Reeves for a month.
Okay.
That would be cool.
But he's never there.
He's on the subway, man.
He's like he's on the subway with the
He
normal
probably
people.
sleeps there. He'll go do his thing. I'll hang out in his cool house, swim in his pool, and then when he gets home at night, we'll watch movies and have pizza parties.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back of like cribs. If I remember anybody has some cool places.
Somebody said Putin's house.
See,
So I
I
could-
was gonna say Trump Tower, like the Trump suite.
Dude,
At
you
the very
could buy Trump. Oh no, in New York City. I thought you were talking about the hotel in Vegas. I was like, those rooms are like $20 a night. So
No,
Trump
Trump's
Tower.
personal
That gold ass room.
Yeah,
That
Trump
fully gold
Tower.
room.
Like, I'd be up there. I'd be like, he'd be in Mar-a-Lago or something. And I'd be like, hell yeah! Like I can
hiding
just go
classified documents.
and do whatever, do what I want, and then like have a cool badass place to stay.
Biohazard wants to stay at one of our houses.
What, love?
That would be terrible.
Guys,
You can come stay with me.
He'd be
It's
like,
fine.
"This is a shithole."
tell me it wasn't.
Smells in here.
It wasn't my car, was it?
There's no car.
Okay, so somebody. Do you guys?
Huh?
There's been
Yes.
a car alarm going off this entire time.
No, we can't hear it.
I thought it was my neighborhood, and then Jordan's like, "There's no car alarm." I think he's fucking with me though, but it's been driving me nuts.
I promise you, there's no car alarm.
I don't hear anything.
It might have been coming in from one of
There's
y'all's
not one here.
microphones. No,
Maybe it's a
I hear
I
birds.
hear birds every
Yeah,
once.
who has birds
Me.
going on?
false alarm.
the birds are here. I have my bedroom window open.
Ah,
That's
Isn't
it's
it
a nice
nice?
sound. I like the bird.
Isn't
yeah,
it nice?
that's real nice.
Birds
know,
are nice.
There's
They
a
smell
fact.
bad.
There was a whole study done that like 10 seconds of birds chirping like elevates your mood for like the whole day.
I hate birds. They shit on my cars
Oh
all
my god.
the time.
I love birds. I love hearing birds.
Birds,
Biohazard
birds.
wants to stay at one of our
Birds.
houses. Whose house should Biohazard stay at?
Well, he
You
said
can stay with me.
He said
Obvious.
my house so he could pet my cat. Unfortunately, the cat is no longer with us. That's so sad.
You're gonna pet her dead cat.
No,
Jesus.
Javi, Jesus.
My, hey man, don't fight reality. I know it sucks. It's harsh. I'm sad.
Yeah,
We're all sad.
it's
But
actually going
But
on
time-
about a year or
time
so.
plus tragedy equals comedy. Is that where you're going?
it's healing, man, healing. I'm all about
Oh.
the time equals.
I do
health.
have a lot of squishmallows though. Like I have a lot of stuffed animals, so yeah. You could do that. You could hang out with my squishmallows.
Or you could come
So-
to my house and take care of my cat.
He
so I
has
can go
real-
on
yeah, he has
vacation
cats.
and-
So, TJ, did you have the birds when you had the cats, or you got the birds after the cat?
These are birds in the these are natural birds. Like I have my window open. This is just how my neighborhood
okay,
sounds.
gotcha. I thought you
I love
like
that I
pet
could-
birds or something.
That's so great.
Are you guys soothed by the birds?
Yeah, I love it, man. I
Ah.
love hearing birds.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can't do pet birds or even like I had fish tanks growing up, but I don't like them now. I don't like containing animals that I think are supposed to like.
Yeah, I
birds
could never have a bird.
around, fish
See,
are supposed to swim around. I mean, if it's a teeny tiny fish in a pretty big tank, then whatever. I mean, I already feel bad enough for having my cats, and because my house isn't that big, and Jonesy's always looking out. Like I'd open the door and just put the screen so they can get fresh air, and Jonesy's always looking out there like, I want to be out there, and any chance she sneaks out, any chance she can get, and I'm like, see, you're meant to be out there jumping around, but I'm like, if I let you out there, you're gonna bring ticks and fleas in the house, or you're gonna get run over because people
That's
drive
tough.
like assholes in my neighborhood, and I've always see dead cats like on the street. So-
Ooh, 'cause
Oh,
she has
God.
memories of being
shift?
out there too. We're like
Yeah,
Newt.
yeah.
She
Newt
was
doesn't.
stray,
He
yeah.
has
wouldn't-
no idea.
He has
hasn't
no
been
idea,
outside
yeah.
of this house except for the vet, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know what he's missing. But yeah, Jonesy, she was living on the streets. She was out there getting knocked up, and she's like,
Okay,
"I
this
miss the streets."
next, yeah, she was a hoe. Anyway,
Jonesy's a
Steve's
hoe.
cat's a hoe. All right, next question.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Stop talking about dead cats. In your opinion, what is the most beautiful man-made object in the world?
Josh Perone. I think that was
Oh.
Very sweet. Very,
man-made
very sweet.
object.
Maybe the pyramids. I'd love to see the pyramids.
Thank you for the bits, Biohazard. We appreciate you.
Isn't the
But are
nose
they
missing?
beautiful, though? I mean, they're just rock.
That's the Sphinx.
The nose is missing.
of the
Oh yeah,
Sphinx.
yeah, but isn't the art like half of the stones missing because people were stealing them?
Maybe they're huge though. They still.
I mean,
look
there's a
cool.
lot of. Well, it depends because there's some modern stuff, but there's some ancient stuff that's good. Because
Yeah, that's true.
if you go to like Singapore or in Japan, they got some really cool modern buildings that are pretty. Or Dubai has the big tower in Dubai.
Mhm. I don't
That's
feel like that. To me, that's not beautiful. That's like impressive.
So we're thinking more like Greece. If you go to Greece, like some of those
Ah.
buildings.
Oh
are-
yeah. Well, man-made
Like
object.
the Colosseum or something. It's
Mm.
I
that's
would-
pretty.
I-
That's pretty broken up. Maybe like the Great Wall of China, 'cause it's so big.
That's
I
a
don't
good
feel
one.
like that's beautiful though.
Never seen it before, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't it meant to like keep people out? I think that's kind of a weird thing to think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
You guys
Um,
don't think the pyramids are beautiful?
I've never seen them, so I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen them.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No.
No, there has to be something else. No.
Mm.
So I would say
Sorry, Josh.
So I would
The
say
iPhone then.
No.
it's so beautiful. Yes. I would say okay, Mount Rushmore, and there's also I don't know if you all have been to Mount Rushmore, but there's also a side statue that never got completed, and it's like this guy. It's like a Native American on a horse, and he's like shooting a bow and arrow or doing some weird thing, but it never got completed, and it's like this massive statue. But that's fucking awesome. And Mount Rushmore's pretty dope too.
Mm-hmm.
I would say man-made. Those are pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm. it's just like a weird question because when I think of like the most beautiful thing I've seen, I think of like natural things.
Right.
I think of
Mhm.
like
It's the word
Monument
beautiful.
Valley or like arches or the Grand Canyon or the beach or the sunset on the beach, you know, like anything like that. I'm like, I'm not thinking of man-made
Ooh,
stuff.
the Statue of Liberty
Like,
is
I think
dope.
Statue
architecture
of Liberty is
can be
pretty
beautiful.
impressive. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool architecture. The inside of Grand Central Station, I don't think that's the most beautiful man-made object in the world, but it's up there. I really like architecture. So it'll probably be
Architecture, paintings.
something like something like
I
that.
love some of the architecture in a lot of those like Scandinavian countries where it's like a house built into the side of the mountain with
Yeah.
like perfect windows or like a waterfall jacuzzi overlooking, you know, like that's pretty.
I have one.
Do you guys hear the car alarm now?
No.
It's here.
I don't hear no car alarm.
It's definitely here. It's just picking up. It's amplified by my high quality microphone. What the hell is that?
What is that?
I'm pretty sure this is Angry
Lady?
Alice. Yeah, the Angry Lady. Basically, you fill her up to vinegar right here, and then fill the rest with water. Stick her in your microwave, and she like
Cleans
gets all
it.
angry, and she cleans
Steams.
it.
Yeah.
This is amazing. She does beautiful work. I highly recommend it. The
the
Angry
most
Lady.
beautiful man-made object.
Wait,
She cleans my
your
she-
microwave?
She cleans my microwave, and I don't have to do anything.
Wait, do you still have to wipe it
Wow.
though?
Well, yeah, of course you have to wipe it, but like,
But it takes everything. It steams everything.
oh
out.
yeah, it loosens it all. So I just go wipe, and it's done.
Did you Google this, Josh? Most beautiful
What?
man-made objects. Number 1, Great Wall of China. Number 2, Great Pyramids. Number
Yes,
3, Taj
I
Mahal.
win.
Hey, he
I
did-
win 100
Number-
points.
Number Number
he did
4,
say the iPhone.
Statue
He
of
did say the
Liberty.
iPhone.
The Colosseum's on there. Sydney Opera House is on there. What's that?
Oh, the
The
Starfield.
Xbox. The Starfield controller. Yeah.
Yeah, the most beautiful.
Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Neuschwanstein Castle. So that is something I have seen. There's this castle in Germany that's like the Walt Disney World like castle was modeled after. It looks exactly like it.
Hmm.
That's probably one
say
of the
the
most beautiful things.
Cinderella's castle or
Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Yeah, but that's not real.
Notre Dame.
I mean, there's a real like if you go to
Empire
Universal,
State
yeah, Notre Dame.
Building. Look at the. Oh my God. Is that the Taj Mahal? Inside. Oh, the Eiffel Tower. Why did none of us think of that?
Yeah.
I said Statue of Liberty. That's
I
kind of
thought
close.
about it, but I was just like, yeah.
I don't really think it's as beautiful. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a bridge. It's kind of like, oh, the Golden Gate Bridge. It's like, it's industrial looking. It's not like beautiful. So like a cathedral, a castle, that's definitely, you know what I really do want to see? I want to go to Rio de Janeiro and see the Christ the Redeemer statue.
Yeah, that
Mm.
is dope as fuck.
It's
I want to see that
so
shit.
Big.
I'd like to see
That's
that.
cool as shit. I want to go see that. You're right about that. That would be dope. to see.
You know the people that like climb up on that like over. I couldn't do that. I'm too afraid of heights. But
Yeah.
I'd look at it. I'd go near it and look at it. I wouldn't climb up.
That would be cool to see.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I want to go there. Let's book a show in Brazil so we can just go see that.
Oh, my God,
About
yeah.
our instruments, we just have ugly instruments. Ours aren't the most beautiful in the world.
Mm-mm.
Speak for yourself, Steve.
A really
yeah.
like beautiful grand piano, like
Pretty smart.
that's a beautiful object for sure. Okay,
Oh,
next
yeah.
question.
Okay.
This one's kind of lame.
no.
If you were given $100 gift certificate to spend in any store, where would you spend it?
That's not
I
a
get
lot
it.
of money.
I
Yeah.
know, inflation.
Walmart.
Coles,
Amazon.
Ross,
I gotta get some groceries.
Aldi's.
Hell yeah, I would go to the grocery store and I would spend $100 on groceries for like one meal though. I would buy like
Yeah.
the best cut of meat. I would buy like the fanciest cheese. I would spend $100 at the grocery store. Boom.
Top shelf. I'll take that
Lego
one.
store.
Yeah.
Or
My language.
or
But
possibly
$100
like a
doesn't
fancy.
get
That is
you
just-
at the Lego store. Legos are expensive.
You
That's
can
just a
buy
weird
one.
question because I feel like that's like if you got a $100 Visa for your birthday, it's pretty much like that's a real
Thing that you can
like
get.
thing.
It's not like
yeah.
I don't know if maybe these are, they're family friendly. So I mean, maybe if you were asking like a kid, where did you spend $100? Maybe goes a little bit further. I mean, God, when
Yeah.
if you got $100 in a birthday card as a kid, first of all, I'm pretty sure none of us ever fucking did. The most you would ever get was 20, 25 if you were lucky. Now it's like I give kids birthday cards. I'm like, well, if I don't give them 50, $100, it's like I'm the cheap family member,
Oh man, screw
That's
those
crazy.
kids.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Spoiled.
Lord,
I
that's
just
a
don't
lot.
even buy it.
I got $5 most of the time.
You're like, you got
Yeah,
25?
exactly. 25, 50.
Wow.
What the-
$20 was usually
Damn.
what I got from like my grandparents,
Yeah, 20 is like, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's
Bobby, it was funny because after John's birthday, it was like, man, I forgot to tell people not to bring gifts. She's like, John, he doesn't need all these, and she's like gatekeeping his presents. She gave him a couple to open up, and then she's got the
Hid
rest
the
in the
rest.
closet somewhere.
So she
and
can
she's like-
give it to him for Christmas and be like, here.
yeah.
Or like she's just like, he's already got too many toys. He doesn't need this stuff. And I was like, that's what I told my friends. They're like, what does John like? What would we bring? And I'm like, he's turning 4. He doesn't even know it's his birthday. He doesn't even know you're supposed to get gifts. Like, just
Yeah. And then the older you get, the less you want gifts. It's like you want gifts, and then you're just like, I don't need more stuff.
yeah.
I got him a-
I'm always like, don't.
I got him a dope gift. I went to the Walmart clearance section and there was a $30 Boba Fett Star Wars Mandalorian thing with the little baby Yoda like it was like 10-15 bucks. I was like, dude.
Dude, I need to tell her to open up now so that I can play with it.
It's awesome. It's like a legit gift. I was like, dude, this is on clearance. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
get
don't
this
want to
shit.
wait Christmas for him to bust it out.
Right.
Open Avi's gift now. I'm playing Spider-Man. I've had too many adventures with Spider-Man. I'm ready for some Boba Fett adventures.
All right.
And the Spider-Man adventures are real thrilling. We climb a mountain, then go down a slide, and then I help the other Spider-Man stand up, and then we high-five and hug. And
Sounds like a classic Spider-Man adventure.
Sounds like Josh every day.
True.
it's sweet, though.
Ooh, okay.
Glad it's
Next
not beating up,
question.
it's just hugs and high fives.
Are you guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. If you could go back in time and ask any famous person in history one question, which would you question and what would you ask? Assume that you would be given a completely honest answer.
Well, going to the past doesn't benefit me financially, so I don't have a loophole here.
No, but you could go back and ask. I was going to say
You
you
twisted
could
bastard.
go back and ask somebody like who wins the World Series this year and then bet on it or some shit like in Back to the
No,
Future.
if you go to the
Oh, yeah.
past that's already happened, you can't. They wouldn't know. Like I would be giving.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
so
that
what-
would be the future.
what I'm thinking, who would I question? Maybe like Lee Harvey Oswald. And I'd be like, did you really shoot JFK? And he would have to answer honestly.
He'd be like, no. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but then we would know for sure that it's a whole conspiracy, right?
How do you know that he's telling the truth?
He has to. It's on the question.
Wait, that says that they have
they
to tell
have
the
to tell the truth. It would be a completely honest answer. So who would you question?
I would go back and I would find Andy Kaufman, and I would say, "Are you really planning on disappearing, or?"
Did he disappear?
Yeah, he just.
Yeah, they
like,
don't know. They
don't
haven't found
know
his
if he, like,
body.
died or anything. He just like. was
Off
gone.
on some island somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, "Hey, are you planning on leaving and just getting away from it all?" And if he's like, "Yes," then now I know he actually disappeared and didn't die. But if he's like, no, I don't have any plans to do that, then I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah.
you're about to die.
What about you guys, Josh,
man.
Javi?
That's
I'd go back and I'd go up to Jesus and I'd be like,
Are you
Are you-
real?
just point at him.
no,
You touch him, make sure he was
I'd
real.
be like, what is the meaning of life?
Bah,
And he'd be like, yeah. Well, whatever he'd say, I'm sure it would just be for my ears only.
right.
What if he told you like
Like a
what was
cult
the
leader who-
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the supercomputer calculates the meaning of life in thousands of years, and they finally go back to hear the answer, and the answer is like 23
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Or a chocolate bar. and
Or
you're like,
isn't wait, isn't
"Damn."
that in do you guys watch The Good Place? The whole Jeremy Bearimy
Oh,
thing?
yeah. Yeah.
I feel like in the
I
meaning
watched
of
the
life
first
is
season. I don't know
23.
why I dropped off. That was a
Dude,
great show.
you gotta it's a phenomenal show. Well, okay, so Javi's gonna meet Jesus. Doolin said he wants to meet Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
I think you would ask Marilyn Monroe, did you have an affair with JFK?
It's like, did you sleep with all those men? Yeah, I did.
That's a rude yeah, she probably did. It's a rude question. It's a rude question. Who cares if
gracious.
she
Ooh,
did?
So you go back and ask, well, she's still alive now, but go back and ask Courtney Love if she shot Kurt Cobain.
She
Did you do all that
physically could
blow?
not have.
She would just say what
I
the
know.
same thing that she
Well,
said.
she has to tell the truth. So
Right.
if she says no, then it's actually the truth.
Oh,
She's
that's
not-
good. That we would want to know and clear her name.
Or maybe you could go back and talk to Kurt.
Did you kill
And
your
do
are
Yeah,
well,
that's what I do. Well,
mm.
or how are you? Wait,
you would have to
couldn't-
go
you
to the
couldn't- you couldn't-
day
What
that
could you-
he was gonna kill himself in the attic with that rifle and be like, "Hey man, I really don't think you should do that."
yeah, yeah.
But that's not a question.
Or
Mm.
be like,
Are you
or
sure you
I
want
could
to-
just ask if he wants to go grab a coffee or
There
something.
you go.
So it redirects.
No, dude, I'm gonna shoot myself. Okay, then it happened.
and Josh
Yeah.
was now Josh is
Shit.
there to witness it, and now everyone thinks Josh killed Kurt Cobain.
No.
Dolan's gonna ask OJ if he did it.
Oh, we know OJ did it, but yeah.
And Tommy, what's wrong with wanting to know conspiracy theories? Like,
I'm the one bringing up all the conspiracy. You didn't even bring one up, did you?
well, the Andy Kaufman is a conspiracy,
Oh, okay.
and then
I think
Courtney Love, I guess, is a conspiracy.
Yeah. That's a
I think-
conspiracy theory, yeah.
I think a close second for me, aside from asking a fucking T-Rex if he existed or not, is I would go back and ask Charles Manson. I'd be like, so what really happened? And he would have to tell me. Like, right? Because that's the rule.
Right.
So that would be a close second for me. I'd be like, what really happened, man? Tell me tell me the truth.
Oh, ask George A. Romero for his autograph. That's Biohazard said. That's cool. That would be a cool
You
person to
mean
meet.
Jorge?
Probably give it to you. He seems like a.
Did you
approachable
say
guy.
George A?
George
George.
A. Romero.
Who is that?
The like a horror
the
movie
Dead.
director, like a famous
Night of the Living Dead, Dawn
Yeah.
of the Dead? He did
Ah,
everything.
okay.
like iconic director.
Horror stuff.
Iconic
Yeah.
zombie. Like there were zombies
Tarantino.
before that, but he made them.
I love that you just think I really mispronounced Jorge.
Well, it's common,
George
you know.
A?
People are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, your name is Jose." No, it's Jose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. People still to this day call me Xavier. It's funny because I work
I'm
with
gonna-
him.
I'm gonna
My
start
co-
calling you that.
My coworker, his name is Xavier, and they call him Javier.
Huh.
We
That's
show up
crazy.
to clients' house and we're like, "Yeah, I'm Javier. This is Xavier."
And they're just like,
And
my
they're
their little
like-
white minds are blown. They cannot compute.
What the fuck?
Can't.
Like they can't
Javier.
even handle it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's just
Can't
a glitch.
handle
They
it.
just start glitching. Ah.
Yeah, right. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Oh my god. Josh, what was
crazy.
yours?
Well, mine was Kurt Cobain, but I'll probably
Yeah.
just ask him for his autograph. so I don't get framed
Dude,
for
but
murder.
like,
Murder
could
is
you could you go back and be like, "Hey, man, let me get an autograph," because you
Yeah.
know he's gonna die young
Ooh,
and
I mean,
be...
maybe.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
kind of
I
effed
have
up.
that. Well,
Okay,
Do you think
so
his signature is even like valuable? Like, I don't know.
fun fact.
Maybe, but he's not like that famous, I guess.
Kurt Cobain.
Like, I feel like there's more famous signatures that you want to get, like a freaking Mickey Mantle, whatever, signed baseball. Like, that would be like worth millions of dollars. I don't really see a Kurt Cobain autograph being worth that much money.
I mean, if it was sort of, yeah, I mean, I could go like,
Okay,
ask
well,
John Lennon for his autograph before he gets shot.
Not that I
you
would
know?
want his autograph for money. I would want it just because,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. Thanks,
Ooh,
babe.
I'd rather go. I'll go back and ask Abraham Lincoln for his autograph.
That would be
I
yeah.
retract my
Okay.
fun fact.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce off of Doolins, and I would go back and ask the ancient Mayans if aliens actually helped them build the pyramids.
It's a
Like,
good one. Yeah.
Point out all those hieroglyphics and just
Okay.
be like, what does this say?
Is this did people from space come help you build this? Like who did this? Or
Yeah,
did
what's
you
this
do it on
little
your own?
spaceship thing about?
Yeah, is this a spaceship? And they're like, bro, we couldn't draw.
That's
That's
a
the
bird.
sun. That's a bird. Yeah. We didn't know how to draw.
They were all high on the
Idiot.
ayahuasca. Idiot.
Or they're like
Yeah.
cocaine leaves. That's like a thing. You put the leaf in your mouth. Hi, babe.
Oh yeah, they chew on it.
What, babe?
Pandas are
Crazy.
high all the time on eucalyptus.
Mm.
That's why it
What about
turns
aliens?
They're
olive.
falling
That's
out
why
of trees and
Do you
stuff.
want to?
why they're my favorite
jump
bear.
on?
I love those guys.
They're the Kevin.
We
Bear
need
world.
so we need Jordan to answer the question. So the question was, sorry to interrupt you guys because I wasn't fully listening, but it was, if you could go back in time and ask one person one question, anybody, and they had to tell the truth, who would you ask and what would you ask?
Yes.
Who's the guy who assassinated James?
What up, Jordan?
Lee Harvey
going on?
Oswald. That's what I said, and I would ask him if he actually shot him.
Yeah.
That's we see. That's why we're soulmates.
That must like be like a
Common.
It doesn't
That's
say
common.
something.
New
though, that you
Hampshire.
thought about a killer.
What, baby?
Tell him about the aliens in Las Vegas.
fucking
We're not gonna open up that bag of worms right now, babe.
what is it? Aliens?
There's like some
Aliens.
real footage of aliens crash landing in some people's backyard in Las Vegas, and he's.
Oh, I
he's-
saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I saw
Roswell
that.
thing.
Oh, they all saw it, babe.
Yeah.
You could
I'm
do
like,
the
there's no
Roswell
way
and
that's
go to
real. I'm like, that's just fake.
Roswell, if that actually happened or whatever.
Well, who is the
But
president that?
Biohazard, here's this thing: if I'm going if I have the technology to go to the past, I've got a translator. So
True.
you know,
I would be very afraid to go to the ancient Mayans though, because they literally like sacrificed themselves. Like they were always killing people, always.
Not themselves. They would just pick.
random.
They would just pick
No, they
They
somebody.
would
weren't.
see
and be
No.
like,
Steve and be
"Ah,
like,
Killing
they'd be
them-
like,
yeah,
yeah,
they
"We're
would
gonna
kill
tribute
Steve
you to
immediately.
our god."
Steve,
yeah.
you're the perfect
Human sacrifice.
it hasn't,
candidate.
it hasn't rained enough this week. Look at this gringo that just popped out of the ship.
Honestly, that's how they used to do shit, and that's what's written all
Uh,
over the walls
Yeah.
is
Fuck,
fucking murder and shit about like, the human sacrifice to the gods. I mean, now that
You know.
what if the aliens who told them how to build all these things, then they were like making these altars to sacrifice people? What if the aliens really did tell them to do that and was like, you got to kill yourselves, kill your fellow humans?
Well, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna take a side step, like
I
not an
know.
audible.
We're,
but
we're
just-
getting
okay.
we're getting off track. Sorry.
No, 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 no,
You're
no,
not
no,
calling
no,
an audible.
not an audible. So
Sidebar.
aliens aside, there is power in the human blood. There's some kind of like power involved in the human blood, and like, yeah, all throughout time, it has to do with human blood, and so yeah, back in the ancient times, they sacrificed people, and like, yeah, man, change can't happen unless blood is shed or whatever, and blah 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 blah. So I still believe that truly,
Mm.
like to this day. Whether
Wait,
whether
it kind of sounds like you're supporting human sacrifice. So
no,
clarify.
because like look at the what is it? Oh shit.
are you a
Look
vampire?
look at the riots and shit. It's like people, shit has to happen.
Yeah.
You know, blood has to be shed for like change. That's the only time that
War and stuff, right?
that is the only reality.
Mm.
It's like, oh yeah, like, oh my God, my life's so horrible. Is it really that horrible? Once you start to bleed, that's when it's real. That's when you know for a fact, like, shit is real once the blood starts flowing. So, politics bullshit,
Yeah.
conspiracy bullshit
Yeah.
aside, it's the human blood.
Yeah.
That's when you know shit's real.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that
it's like history's in cycles too. It's like every massive empire has come to a crashing halt on itself, whether it's Egypt or Rome or whatever. And so there's those kind of cycles too. There's just certain things that just naturally occur. And so like, yeah, what you're talking about is these natural occurrences that create change, or the rise and fall of empires, and we're probably getting close to a fall.
Oof.
Do you
Yeah,
guys? Can you guys feel
uh-uh.
it? Can you guys feel it? The fall of the
The
Roman
fall of the
Empire.
United States.
Ah, jeez, yeah.
for
It's
sure.
there's only so many things keeping society, like, it's a society thing, and we're doing it to ourselves and our fellow people because people aren't.
And oftentimes
crazy.
we're doing things with the mindset thinking we're doing the right thing, but actually
They just didn't
create
know any
things.
better. Yeah.
It's just with good intentions, sometimes bad things happen too.
Yeah. Okay. Next
Anyways, next question.
question.
What is the meaning of life?
23.
23. It's a good one.
Oh, this is kind of a fun one. If you could add 1 month to the calendar year, inserting it between two extra 30 days, you can assume
Dumb-tember.
You can assume that the weather for this new month will be a mix of the weather typical for the month preceding it and following it.
Between September and October, I want longer fall.
Dumb-tember, yes. Autumn.
What
I
is
agree.
dumb-tember?
Because I'm dumb and I can't think of anything that would be
Okay.
like good
So
in there.
between
But autumn,
September and October. So
that would be amazing.
September,
I agree with Josh.
Dumbtober, and then October.
I would
So
put,
like Socktober,
October.
in between September and October.
Rocktober,
dude.
dude. I love
Rocktober. That is amazing, dude. Release it. Postpone the album. Rocktober, bro.
Oh my God, I love
Album
it.
comes
It's
out
album-
October.
I think
Rocktober.
I would put 30 days between April and May, and I'd call it Maple.
Nice.
Autumn.
I like autumn a lot, but because I like the autumn weather and the it starts getting the nostalgia going for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I love Halloween, so I do like that. But I think if I were to have a longer season, I would rather more spring, because spring, I get the weather of fall where it's the nice weather, but everything's bloomed and green and there's flowers and it's like prettier to look at.
It's the same weather as fall. It's just like different. It's
Bigger.
still in like
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
But the fall,
Maple's
you get
good,
the,
too.
you get the oranges and the
You get a
fall
lot of brown
colors
yeah.
too.
too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maple's good. I like. It's
But
got a nice ring
Rocktober
to
will
it. But
be
Rocktober is
exclusively-
fucking dope as
Will
shit.
be-
It's like
I am,
Yeah, it's the
I'm
dope-
We
gonna
played a Rocktoberfest a couple times here in Nashville.
I am going to concur with Steve, I would want to add on to April and May because the weather is just ideal. I love spring.
Maple.
Maple.
Team Maple, Team Rocktober.
Yeah,
just
I'm
make-
I'm with Josh.
Yeah.
Rocktober's dope.
Rocktober.
I
Rocktober
actually
is dope.
asked that question, or no, on Twitter. One of the things I posted was like, if you had to pick one season and it would only be that season forever,
Yeah.
what would you pick? Most of our followers picked fall.
Fall. Yeah.
So we got a lot of gloomy Halloweenies on
Yeah.
our.
It's
You know.
so it's
But
not
I
that
would
it's
do- I would rather
Crisp, and
forever
it's
spring.
not too hot, not too cold. I mean, fall is kind of perfect weather,
maple.
it just-
Maple.
but maple is
Like-
the same.
It makes me like feel like crisp apples, and you just bite into one and like, yeah, I'm in maple. But like Rocktober is almost like it's like there's a drastic change coming, and you're like, yeah, let's rock, man.
Let's
like
rock.
I can get
the-
on board for Rocktober, just the extended season. But if it had to be one season forever, I would rather spring because it's just prettier. It's almost like living in California, where it's like decent weather and like green and
All the time. Yeah.
most of the time.
All right.
And that's a great question because it's really just extending it. Ideally, we could have Maple and Rocktober.
Yeah.
That'd be
Mapetober.
the perfect year right there.
Ideally, we could just skip from Maple to Rocktober and just fuck summer.
Just,
'Cause Just
yeah.
no, none of
Rapel.
this.
Unless you really want to swim, we'll have like a week of summer.
I'm down with the Rapel.
And then
Everybody goes to
Whoa.
the beach and swims for 1 week, and then it's
Yeah.
straight to fall.
yeah.
That's ideal. You know, I
Yeah.
hear that the weather is like that in like Alaska, like the southern part of it. It's like 60, it never gets like higher than 65, but it never gets lower than 30. Like it's like this perfect
Nice.
temperature.
Wow.
Jem went and visited there once, and she's like, I will live here the rest of my life one day. Because she's like, it's the perfect
Tommy
weather all the
says
time.
Javi's not allowed to name things anymore.
Oh, speaking of naming things, if you could enter a racehorse in the Kentucky Derby, what would you name your horse?
Donkey
Okay,
from Shrek.
I like it. Because it would be funny. Because Kentucky Derby names are like either really long or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Rocktober would be like, Rocktober
Or the-
Harvest would be like the name of a horse, right? They have like these really elaborate names. So to have a horse named Donkey, they'd be like, and the winner of the Kentucky Derby 2024 is Donkey.
Donkey.
Or Angry Lady.
Angry Lady. I
Angry
love
Lady.
that. That's a good
one.
horse name. The winner of the Kentucky Derby 2024 is Angry Lady, and Angry Lady's coming around the bend. And Angry
Biohazard's
Lady's
right
in the
behind.
lead,
Like,
right behind Rocktober.
It's Donkey.
Says gold.
Right
can
behind Donkey.
Rocktober-
Angry Lady is right behind Donkey.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy said golden shower.
Even Tommy to do a pee pee poo poo joke.
Oh, yeah. And he wants to complain about my names.
Just
Okay.
to hear those like stuffy ass Kentucky Derby people have to
Golden
say golden
shower.
shower, I would do it. Yeah. That's
Mm.
funny.
Jeez.
Brown
Brown
Thunder?
Thunder.
Drowning Puppy? Oh my god. Knight is a great name for a horse. That's a dignified name. What is Ligma?
Drowning puppy from Doolin. I
They're
would
not gonna
probably
let
just
you
go
name your
with
horse
like
Drowning
I would go with like a wimpy name. Just like I feel like I would like just reuse like as Newt. I'd name him like Newt, or I'd name him like Stewart or something. You know?
I got one.
I do
I got
like
one.
like slow.
like Stewart the horse.
Okay. Toby Maguire.
Because of Seabiscuit. That's good.
Um,
Yeah,
name
slow
mine
poke.
Josh.
Posh.
Josh.
The Hosh.
Mm.
Wait, Josh, what was yours?
Slow poke.
Oh, that's
Slow
cute.
poke. That's adorable, Josh. It's
Thanks.
adorable.
So we got
He's the
Slow
cutest one
Poke,
out there.
Angry Lady.
In first place is Slowpoke. Everyone behind them is just You
Oh,
know,
Jay,
fuck
wait.
all.
JT said cheese puffs. That is a funny ass
That's a
name.
good one,
That's
yeah.
a great name for a horse. And cheese puff. It's like you let your 3-year-old name it. Hey Timmy, what do you name? What to name Daddy's new horse? Cheese puffs. Okay,
All right.
I love it.
Flippy.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. I did not think you guys were gonna get into that question as much as you did. I love it. All right, let's do
Like a
one.
creative question.
That's a good one. You guys want to do one more?
Oh, Hobby's gone.
Sure, yeah. One more, yeah, about that time.
Okay. If you were asked to make a top 10 list of all the people you regard as the all-time greatest Americans, who would you rank in third, second, and first? What happened to Javi?
Whoa,
I don't know.
he's gone.
The stream just got good.
Hell yeah,
I know.
Let's go.
Let's
It's
fucking
just-
go. Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
You
Oh,
said so.
Are your
who's the
top 3
10?
Americans?
Americans.
Top 3 Americans?
Like, dude, like Abraham Lincoln,
That's he was gonna be my number.
Harriet
one.
Tubman. Wait,
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
I'm thinking like Martin Luther King, and
Mm.
and
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, and
What about like Ed Thomas Edison, maybe?
yeah,
Wait,
they were they Americans though?
that's what I was wondering because I was gonna
Like,
say Tesla, but he wasn't
Foley?
American, was he?
No, the Tesla wasn't. Thomas Edison, yeah, that invented the
Yeah.
light bulb. He was a
Yeah,
colonial guy.
yeah.
Didn't he sign? No,
That-
that was Benjamin
Thomas
Franklin.
Jefferson signed the
Yeah,
Ben
Edison.
Franklin. Yeah, John
like, was-
Adams,
he was
George.
colon-
Yeah, George Washington.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
see.
I don't know. Those are my 3, I guess. We're listing off a lot more than 3, but in the top 10, I feel like it would be like founding people, possibly. People that shaped America are the greatest Americans.
Yeah,
But Keanu can be in there if you guys want him to.
he's
Yeah.
gotta be, man. He's like
At least in the top 10.
yeah.
What about the founder of Taco Bell?
I love it.
Don't even know who that is.
I don't know either.
I think Jim
Alexander
Carrey
Graham
should be in
Bell.
there too. Oh no, he's Canadian. Never mind.
Alexander Graham Bell's Canadian?
No, I said
Oh.
Jim Carrey,
He's Canadian, yeah.
he's Canadian.
but is he American now?
Oh, Speed Punk, thank you for the bits. Appreciate you. I mean, I think Canadians always stay Canadian,
Yeah.
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 especially celebrities who can like afford the whole dual citizenship thing and have accountants to sort that out for them. I don't think they really immigrate to
Very true.
America.
Just trying to
Why
think of
would
like
you?
things that I use a lot that just make life easier. You know, like Ford.
So like
You know,
Bill
like
Gates.
the car was like,
Ooh, I mean,
or yeah, like
Bill Gates is a good one.
Steve Jobs and
Yeah.
what was, you know, I use so many Apple products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll never know what Javier's answer was
Who
worth.
invented sliced bread?
That's the guy. That's number one. Or girl. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know why this just popped in my mind, but speaking of food, the other day we tried out this new like fusion Asian restaurant in my neighborhood, and they had a TV up that was like showing random stuff, and it was like some kind of show showing Asian people like farming and doing different things, and this one guy was collecting duck eggs. I did not know that their eggs, they just like lay them in the water. There's like, they had like a little pond or river that was like fenced in that all the ducks were in. And you know, like in chickens, if you have caged or like chickens in a pen, you go and you walk around. If they're free range, the eggs are just randomly and you just on the ground and you go collect them. For some reason, I always thought like the duck would just like swim to the edge and they'd have a nest and just lay the eggs on the edge of the river or the pond or something. But no, they just like, he farms them the same as you would chickens, but instead he's like walking around in ankle deep water, just scooping the eggs, picking them out of the water. They're just sitting there. I just never, it had never occurred to me that that's how a duck would lay its egg. There's just, it's like, oh, just floating around and just like, boop, there's the
Popping
egg.
out an egg.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
That's cool.
Javi, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. So
Yeah, my battery died. My bad.
you're good. Our last question was, if you were making a top 10 list of the best Americans of all time, who would be first, second, and third?
Best Americans?
Mm-hmm.
What was everybody else's answer?
I said like Martin Luther King Jr., Abraham Lincoln, and Harriet Tubman. Those were my three instinctive people. And then we kind of branched off into like Steve Jobs, Alexander Graham Bell, Bill Gates. What else did you guys say?
Like Jobs and Wozniak, the creator of Taco Bell.
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves.
The person who invented sliced bread was from Missouri.
Oh, nice.
Put them on that list.
Otto Rowetter, an Iowa-born, Missouri-based jeweler. Something about bread being too soft to slice at home. And then they invented this machine that sliced it and packaged it. Like the modern...
Oh, I heard on the radio this morning somebody just invented a pizza vending machine, but it's not like one of those like cheap ones that you see where it's like they basically just the machine microwaves like a middle Red Baron. It like the machine, you can select your toppings and the machine goes and it puts the toppings on and then like cooks it to order and then like spits it out.
They have those in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, it's Carlos
That's crazy.
Bakery, right?
That might be who it is.
Well, they definitely have those, but I don't know if it's the same exact thing, but it's a pizza vending machine. Like they have the cake vending machines. They have them all over Vegas.
There's crazy vending machines in
in Japan, right?
Yeah, like I was watching the
Wait,
Conan.
but like what was Javier's answer though before we get into this Japan thing? Sorry.
Yeah. Javi, are you still thinking?
Okay, so number one would be Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Because he was a ruthless guy. Oh man, he was a ruthless guy when he was a boxer, and now he's like the sweetest, wisest old person that you can like. If you've seen any of his interviews while he's, old and feeble, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like you will mine so many jewels.
Doesn't
just
he
like
hang out with like Tommy Chong and has his own like weed dispensary company now or something?
Well, that was a while ago, but
No.
I mean, I'm sure he's done everything. The guy owned a pet tiger. Like, come on, dude. Like, dude, seriously though, he to be at the height of success to where he's at now, and the thing that people don't talk about is that he used to have a daughter, and I guess there was like a treadmill accident where he lost his daughter, and so he knows children, loss of children. Like, dude, the guy
is very wise.
he knows, very wise, very deep. Like, dude,
Tommy brought up that he shed his blood, so there you go, full circle, Javi. You were talking about bloodshed, and blood being power. He shed some blood.
Well, yeah, he tore some guy's ear off, so he shed a lot of other people's blood.
So he's your number one American.
I think, well, because currently at the state of society, this guy's done it all, and he's got such a level head. I would agree. Martin Luther King is I'd say probably number two, just because of the impact that he's had as far as like racial equality in this country. Because without him, you don't really have, whites and blacks and Hispanics mixing. So that's kind of a given. And I'd also couple Malcolm X in that. And then I would say, for a third, I would say Dolly Parton.
Hey, there you go.
National
That's
treasure.
Nice.
she
Because
is, yeah.
Because
Agreed.
not only is she like a woman in the industry and blah blah blah, but like she is almost like um the ideal person to like look at to say like this is who did it right.
Yeah.
Like this person fucking like, she tackled adversity and blah blah blah, the business, and but she did it. Not only did she did it, not only did she do it right, but she took it and flipped it on its head, and it's like made you question the idea of what the status quo is. It's like that's a living, breathing, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's still alive today. Like version of like what you can achieve in this country if you just like, you know, um, persevere,
Christmas
have a
movie
dream.
coming
Yeah.
out. But yeah, on top of that, she's a good example of she's just a good person in general. She's a good example
Right.
of like how to live your life, and she's just
Give
a
back.
sweet, honest
And be
person.
accepting of others and be thankful. Like she's so accepting. Like so many artists are so
Amazing.
opinionated and polarizing. So many humans are, and she's just like loves everybody. Like she just preaches love and acceptance of everybody, which is very
Mhm.
cool, and doesn't get too involved in like anything besides beyond that.
Just stays consistent, is a very consistent person,
Yeah.
always has been true to who she is and what she does. And it's just like, and it just so happens she's, from the Bible Belt or the Southern, whatever, but it's awesome. I think it's
Mhm.
great.
Good ones. I think we got some good people on there. All right, y'all. That's all she wrote for tonight. Thanks for playing along and hanging out with us. Make sure you guys pre-order the album on Friday. You'll get a free download. You'll get to watch the video for Wonderland. And anything else you guys want to add to that? I'm super excited.
Yeah, no, I think you covered it there. We'll have more details as the weeks get closer to release.
Alrighty. Any final words, guys?
Zip it up.
Zip it up and
Toby McGuire.
Toby Maguire.
All right.
Rocktober.
Bye, everybody.
Rocktober.
Maple and Rocktober. Bye.